Hey everybody, welcome to the Here We Go Again, a father-daughter podcast. My name is Eddie.
And my name's Gigi.
And she's already driving me crazy and we just started. So I was thinking about something earlier today, babe.
What's up?
I was thinking about how we made a TikTok earlier. We're just goofing around and I drank something disgusting. They're called greens.
I don't think it's disgusting.
You actually, okay, so she smelled it and she was like, and she made like this throw up sound, right? And then the second time around, she was like, wait, let me smell it again. And then she wanted to smell it again. And she claims greens. If anybody doesn't know what this is, it's like a mixture of grass and dirt chopped through a blender, processed into a fine powder. And people
Dirt?
like me, I mean, that's what it tastes like to me.
Oh, I'm about to say that's unhealthy.
It's, yeah. And then you throw it in water or some type of juice and you mix it and you drink it in. It just helps you get all this healthy stuff. So I drank some, but Gigi smelled it the first time. She acted like she was throwing up. The second and third time, she swore it smelled like cocoa powder.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's like my brain messing with me. I don't know.
It does not smell like cocoa. It makes my nose burn just thinking about it.
I don't think it's bad. The scent, at least.
Maybe
it tastes bad.
Gross.
Does it taste worse?
Yeah. Did you not see the sludge thing?
That was bad.
It looked like
I wanted to gag about that.
Yeah, that was gross. So anyways, we're back with our consistent week 3 weeks in a row. Gigi's already yawning for the record. But what I wanted to talk about, those after we made that video, I realized something, that there really is a missing component to our show.
Which is, drumroll please. Da-da-da.
Us.
Huh?
Like you and I being with each other, the way that we interact, the faces that we make, the goofy stuff that we do.
Are you saying you want to do like a video thingy?
I'm saying I really do want to do a video thing
I was
now.
thinking about that just now.
Yeah, because so I bought a new computer and we were supposed to make that transition to video and we just never got there. And I was holding off on the whole podcasting in general because I wanted to do the video. I said, you know what? I don't want to wait anymore. Let's just get started. Mm-hmm. But I mean, like some of the stuff that I want to talk about today and in general would be great if we can pull up a video like we did last time, right?
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, and then people can exactly see what we're talking about. So that's one of the things I wanted to talk about today. Another thing I wanted to talk about was my AI mishap on Fiverr. I wanted to get a new logo.
Oh, you scared me. You said AI and it just like triggered my brain.
No, we're not going to go down the AI road at all, really. Just minimal. Just because I use it so often.
Yeah, you creep.
Huh?
You creep.
Why am I a creep?
Because you are AI now.
So that's all that we're going to touch on with AI. And then Gigi wanted to talk about some stuff today.
Yeah, he asked me to like pick a topic and I chose school since like it's coming up, you know? Mm-hmm. And I came up like some questions and like it's how things were when he was younger in school and like my age around that and like how it is now for me, you know? And like I have like a bunch of questions.
Yeah, so we're going to start doing like a segment where, I don't know if it's a segment, but we're going to have things that each of us want to talk about. I'm going to have my stuff. Gigi's going to have her stuff. And I go back and I listen to all the podcasts and I don't want to do all the talking anymore. I don't mind helping to lead the conversation, but you're very much a part of the show, if not more of the show than I am.
Why? Because I'm better?
See, this is one of the things, like if the camera was on, they can see this death stare that we're giving each other right now.
I'm just like saying, I'm just asking, you know? Is that why?
Some people might mistakenly think that you're better.
Mistake.
But I'm not really going to say that I agree.
No, nothing's a mistake. Everything happens for a reason.
Is that what they say?
Yep.
I don't even have anything for that.
Teeth clocked.
Well, don't
Teeth
start
clocked.
with that teeth clocked thing.
That's mom's thing.
I've
teeth
had
clocked.
several. Yeah, my wife says teeth clocked, and so we run with it. I've got several phone calls and had multiple conversations about the T clock. We talked about it in the last podcast. We'll talk about it again. And I'm curious to those that listen to this, please, if you know me, send me a text message or something through social media or call us and let us know what phrases that either your kids say that drive you crazy, that you think makes no sense. What are you counting?
I don't know. It just looked cool.
See, this is the stuff that we need a camera for. The other thing, if you're not the parent, but you're the kid, what are some things that your parents say that don't make any sense to you that you wish
Everything.
you could change?
Every little thing you're saying right now is like, what?
It's just because you're not paying attention.
You're just speaking like another language.
Like gibberish?
Yeah. No, gibberish is cool.
Gibberish is not gibberish is something. And a friend of mine pointed it out today.
Sorry, but I don't want to like cut you off. But the other day, I saw something and it said something about pig Latin, and I thought you right away.
Yeah. Did you look into it at all?
No, I just saw a video.
That's as far as it went.
Yeah.
Well, did you hear them talking pig Latin?
I don't remember the video. I just remember the pig Latin.
What are you doing?
I don't know. It looks cool.
Gigi's like counting to herself up to 5 over and over
four,
again.
Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4.
You're just leaving the thumb up and it doesn't count?
Yeah. Because it looks cool. I want to get my nails done. They're so outgrown. I can't get acrylics.
She is not allowed. So explain to me, because I don't know anything about nails.
I barely know either what they are. I just know they make your nails longer.
So what's the deal with acrylics? Because you are not allowed to get acrylics.
Convince my parents because they want them. And
I just stand by your mom, because if I don't, she'll beat me up.
Yeah.
So mom says no acrylics. Dad says no acrylics. There's yawn number 2 for the record. Let's see how far we go.
That is not number 2.
That,
That's a lot more.
there's probably a lot more. But since we started this session, that's number 2.
Okay.
So what's the deal with acrylics? Why can't you have them?
I don't know. I literally have no idea. I want acrylics.
Well, good. Then maybe the people will start blowing up your mom instead of my phone for a change.
Maybe. Please.
Because she wants acrylics. She can't have them. I don't know. She's got nails now, and I do actually feel bad for her because she wanted these certain nails, and we were like, you know what? Get whatever you want. We'll pay for it. So she found these like TikTok or where'd you find Etsy nails, or where'd you find them from?
I don't know.
She found these
I don't know
really
what we're talking about.
Your nail pattern.
The one I wanted? Oh, the one I wanted before.
The one that you supposedly have on your hand right now.
Oh, yeah.
Where'd you find them from?
Pinterest.
So she found them from Pinterest, and they look really nice. And we're like, yeah, go ahead, go for it. And she goes in, and she got like the, I don't know.
Kid nails.
Like the scam version, the dupes, the obvious dupe version of her nails.
It just like, I guess it doesn't look bad, but it's not like at all what I asked for.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad. So I will give credit to the nail person that did it. They don't look bad, but it's just not at all what she asked for.
Yeah. I hope they see this. With all due respect.
She was, with all due respect. There's a scene from a movie that says Ricky Bobby. Do you remember that movie? No. And he says anything he wants, but he starts with all due respect.
With all due respect.
And he's like, you can't say that just because you said all. Yes, I can.
I've seen videos like that before.
I said with all due respect. That means I can say whatever I want after that.
I'm going to start doing that.
The other thing that I want to talk about, not to bounce around too much, is that something that was on my mind today was to check on your people. Now, this can be your parents. This can be somebody not as tech savvy. Just check on your people because the scams out there in the world are real. People post all day on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, selling you stuff, right? A lot of the stuff that they're selling is not real.
Why are you saying check on them, though? I don't get it.
Because they may need help. Like I check on Nana and Appa all the time, and they know like if they need help with something technology-wise, they can depend on me.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying check on them, make sure that you're available for them. Ask them the random question is, have you ever bought anything on social media and it never showed up? It might be a weird question, but you might be able to help somebody get some money back. Because I was able to recover a couple $100 for Nana.
Really?
Yes.
That's good.
So I'm just saying, just check on your people. Because there's all kinds of things. Maybe it's not even just scam related. Just check on your people in general.
Speaking of their house, like speaking of Nanapa,
yeah,
I'm going to their house tomorrow. And guess what I'm going to do? Tan.
So tomorrow, I think the goal was an hour on each side.
Yeah.
I really
2
don't.
hours.
I think you should look into that though. I think that's too long.
I heard the UV's going to be really low, like 6.
We've had some of this conversation before, and for the record, I still don't know what that means.
I don't either, but it's like the sun heat and how good you're going to tan for me. That's how I see it.
Okay, so just do me a favor, and I'll probably look into it with you, but just check to see if an hour on each side is okay.
People do it all the time.
I don't know about other people, and I don't know if you can or you can't. I just don't know. I'm just saying as a father to his daughter.
But I want my tan lines to eat.
I,
I'll be in a pool, so I'll tan faster and better.
I didn't order you that pool yet.
I have Penny's kiddie pool.
I mean, yeah, you do, which is basically the same thing.
That's what I was going to use. It's really not. It's super duper tiny.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I haven't even seen it yet.
But I also have a bucket of water. I can just dump it on me every 5 seconds like I usually do.
So let's go to Gigi's corner.
Like the school thingy?
Whatever you want to talk about.
Oh, it's like a lot of pressure. Oh, this is new to me.
Yeah, and so she kind of gave me a rundown, but to be honest, I was lightweight, not listening. But I did it on purpose because the whole point of this is for us to have a conversation.
Okay. So I don't know how to do this, so like don't come at me, okay? This is like new. So I picked a topic and it's like school, right? And I got some questions. Bro, I'm gonna like fight you. Listen.
We're all listening. Millions and millions of people are listening right now.
So basically, like I was saying, that I want to talk about how things used to be when like you were my age and how things are now. And I wanted to add like a little thing about how things like a while back, like, you know, like
right,
like back in your time, basically.
Not my time.
Just like another version of your time. You know? But yeah. How do I do this?
You're offending an entire generation.
I'm offending you. It just targeted towards you.
So how do you do it? How do you ask me a question?
I mean, I don't know how I like to make it flow, you know?
We just talk.
Okay. This is scary. So like one of the questions I had was like, because like things aren't as strict as they were when your times, you know, you got smacked with the ruler and all that stuff.
I didn't get smacked with the ruler. That was not an Appa's generation.
Oh, your generation? Yours? Okay.
But at my school, I went to a school where you had to wear a uniform.
We went to the same exact school, buddy.
We did.
Same exact one.
We did. And when I went to school there, we had to wear solid colored shoes. Right? And they're supposed to at the school now. I think it's very, very laxed. I don't even know what half the rules are anymore. But for us, it had to be a solid black or solid white, which meant if you had
just 2 colors.
Yeah, that was it, dude.
Man,
nothing
poor
else.
Thing.
And if your black shoes had a Nike swoosh mark on it, they would take a permanent marker in class and make you, or they would, or you would have to go home and do it, color in that Nike swoosh, make it black.
Why? What color was it before?
Well, the swoosh mark is almost always white, right?
Yeah, so why can't?
Because if your shoes are black,
you said white or black?
Yeah, if you had solid whites with a white swoosh,
it could just be
you're fine.
All white and all black.
That's it.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, so if you had a solid black shoe on, but the swoosh mark was white, you had to color it in to make it black.
Yeah, I thought we were strict. That's bad.
That's how it went down for us. And we were only allowed to buy clothes from one store, and yes, they would do a tag check.
Really?
Yes, and they would send you home if you didn't have the right tag.
Wow.
That happened. Now, if you go further back, I can't 100% speak for Nana and Appa, obviously, but they come from the generation of getting paddled. Do you know what that is? She's yawning again. Hold on, everybody. We all have to wait for her while she does this gigantic...
Okay. Like get beat with the ruler? No, like a paddle thing?
Of an actual physical paddle.
Yeah.
And my dad tells a story that his paddle... Notice I said his paddle because they made
had holes in it.
Yes, they made one special for him where there was a hole or two in it. Do you remember why?
Because like I saw it on a video one time.
Did you really?
Yes, I did. No, it was on Young Sheldon.
Was there a hole in it?
Yep.
Do you know why there was a hole in it?
Because like the wind.
Yeah, think about it, right? There's less resistance.
Yeah, so it hurts even more.
So it's faster. The swing is a faster swing.
Yeah.
So your
I learned that from
Appa
Young Sheldon.
In high school had his own paddle with a hole in it.
Just for him?
That's what he said. I don't know how true that is, or maybe it was like a special paddle for troublemakers or whatever. But yeah, he had one.
That's not good.
That's real.
How did you feel about the uniforms? Like, did you wish that they weren't any? Or?
Yeah, of course. I think like I think most kids don't want to deal with uniforms. Like, I get that. But it's funny because as you get older, you really start to appreciate the uniform because it makes things a lot easier.
I know, yeah. And I kind of like it because I don't have to like go through my clothes. I don't like doing it now, like picking out clothes.
Yeah, it's
the
kind
night
of a
before.
chore, right?
Yeah,
So, do you know who Steve Jobs is?
I think
Who do you think it is? It's okay if you get it wrong.
computer person.
Yes, closer. You should know this name.
I do.
Apple.
Oh, I was
He's
gonna
the
say Google.
founder of Apple.
I was gonna say Google.
No, the founder of Apple. So Steve Jobs, by the way, if anybody's into a book, looking for a good book to read, I didn't personally read it because I drive a lot, so I do a lot of audiobooks. But the Steve Jobs book, the actual book, was amazing. It's definitely worth checking out. But Steve Jobs had this theory where he wore, I think it was the same black turtleneck and pants every day. Every day.
Same exact thing.
He had his own uniform. And if I recall correctly,
Like, what's that show called? The Peanuts movie?
the cartoon?
Yeah.
What about him?
What's his name? The yellow.
Oh, Charlie Brown?
Yeah.
Well, they all wore the same thing every day, though.
That's true.
But yeah, Charlie Brown, I guess, is more noticeable than the others.
Yeah.
But I think that he had bought uniforms for his team.
And they were like the same as his.
And they were like, we're not doing that. So he got stuck with all the stuff. So he just wore a new one all the time. I'm not 100%. How many times are you going to yawn? I'm not 100% sure about if that's true or not, but I feel like it is.
I'm gonna yawn until I fall asleep.
So that answers your question about the uniform thing. Did I like it back then? No. But in today's world, I'm grateful for uniform.
I know. I'm kind of like grateful for it too. And I like how like on some days I get to like wear free dress. So I get to like show off like my actual style, you know? Like, but sometimes I just be wearing the same things. Cause like I just wash it like months apart. So I just rewash
Gigi
it.
has like 3 shirts. Maybe less.
The shirt I'm wearing, this outfit right now, I used to wear all the time.
Yeah, that's a
But I haven't
go-to.
worn it in a while.
You haven't?
You guys were always like, oh, you wear that all the time.
Well, you do.
Well, I like it.
I'm sure there's other kids out there. Other parents are probably looking at their kids right now or thinking of their kids if they're not in the car with them or wherever you're listening to this at saying, yeah, my kid does the same thing. You know the other thing that kills me about your generation?
What?
Sweaters.
You know,
Sweaters. It's 100
I
degrees
haven't
outside.
worn a sweater all summer.
There's still kids wearing sweaters. Why?
You will see me with a sweater almost every day at school, but I don't think I've touched a sweater or.
You have not, and I'm proud
all
of you.
summer.
But seriously, guys out there that wear sweaters in 100-degree heat, make it make sense.
Yeah,
It just doesn't make any sense.
But it does, you know. It's just comfortable. Like, so what?
How can
If
you
I'm
be
about to pass
comfortable
out.
if you're exactly if you're
So
uncomfortable?
what though? You know. So what if I'm gonna pass out? It's okay.
All right, I see you looking at your phone. What else you got?
Okay, so. But wait, there's more.
But wait, here we
Okay.
go again.
Back of my. I need to do that. Just do that right now. Just like.
No, I'll throw it in there.
Okay. So, I'm gonna do this one last, actually. Okay. So,
Come on,
I'm thinking of how to go, you know? It's like it flows, you know?
just read it.
Another question is like homework. I don't know where I was going with that.
Okay, well, what do you got?
Was it like a lot harder than it is now?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna say no because the homework that you have today, like your history and science, that's all pretty standard procedure stuff.
I love science. Oops.
She just smashed the microphone with her phone. What I don't understand, and I was very upset with, is Common Core math.
What is that?
That you don't remember that?
Like just 1 + 1?
No, it was like in order for
'cause
you
you're scared of numbers. I forgot.
in order for you to get 1 + 1 when you're in like first and second grade, you needed a whole nother like set of books to get there. It was like, how many sides are there to a triangle? Okay, there's 3 sides. Take each side and then get rid of 2, and then add 1 again, and then that's 2, and that's your answer. It's like, what? You don't remember doing that stuff?
No, did I do that?
Yes, you definitely did Common Core math.
That's so dumb. You have fingers.
I literally had a conversation with your kindergarten teacher, your first grade teacher, and your second grade teacher. And I want to say in first or second grade, we actually had a sit-down meeting, not just us, not just your parents, but a bunch of parents.
Agreeing with you?
No, to understand this math. They put on a math class.
For parents?
Yes.
Wow.
Because we didn't understand. It doesn't make any sense.
I know.
It's like 1 + 1 is 2. That's it. It never changes.
You know what? The truth is, with like, at daycare, when kids ask me for help with their homework, and they're in like 2nd or 3rd grade. No. My friends, like a grade below me, I don't know that math. I just like totally forgot about it. I'm not even,
that math right there.
yeah, just like, no, it's just like math I learned last year.
Well,
or like 2nd or 3rd graders are asking me for help. I'm like, ask my friend. I think she wants to help you.
you need to be helping these kids. That
No,
way
I
you can
do.
retain it.
I do.
But I'm saying you need to keep that muscle strong.
I know for
so you don't forget it.
A year younger than me, I have them teach me because I'm like, what?
Yeah. Okay.
What
So
are we?
imagine your mom and I, and your mom. I don't know why you always come to me for math because I am not the math whiz.
Clearly.
Like I like to count money and that's it. That's
Your
it.
$2.
That's all I got. I like to count it over and over again.
I seen this video and I was like, me and my $2 against the world, and it was like they had the cash and they're just like that, you know?
Just counting it over and over again.
Yeah, but they had like money in one hand and the other dollar in this hand, and they're like just like flicking it back and forth, looking like they're counting it. It was so funny.
There's I think it was I don't remember. It was a movie, and he's counting his money. I'm pretty sure it was Friday, and he's counting the money, but he folds it in half, or maybe it was like a Chris Tucker movie. I don't know.
I used to do that.
Yeah, and he's like acts like he's counting it forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So
What
to
were we
answer your
talking
question,
about?
I think your question was about homework, and if I think it was harder, I think it's harder in today's world.
Then it was done.
Yeah, because like math back then was very standard practice. It was always the same thing
Do it
over
right
and
now.
over again.
Do it right now.
Back in my day,
Back my day.
math was very easy. No, it's not that it was easy, but it was more predictable.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like,
Because remember, you don't remember me telling you don't do it this way. This is how I want you to learn it.
yeah.
And it's not. And I wasn't
And it's
trying
still
to
like that. It's still like that.
Well, it's better now. They don't do it anymore. I don't know if it's because you've grown out of that phase and they don't do that stuff anymore, or they got rid of the whole program.
I think it was like last year or something.
Yeah, I don't really
and you
know.
were like confused. You were like, no, do it this way. I was like, no, I have a strict math teacher. It has to be this exact way. Or else
Yeah,
I was
but
going to get in trouble.
Yeah, I remember that. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Because
And I was confused. And everybody was confused.
now the concept of Common Core math, which I understand in principle, makes sense. It's that there's multiple ways to get to the same answer. Now, I didn't even understand that until a few years ago.
Whoa.
When I was with somebody and they were doing math, and I go, "How did you get that answer so quick? And how did you just do that?" And he explained to me the way he got to the answer, and it was very
He counted his fingers.
no, it was very strange to me. He did this
Oh.
weird thing in his head. He's like, "Well, I took this number off and I added these and I put this back in after." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, okay, I see that."
I do that sometimes.
Yeah, so my brain didn't compute the way his brain does, and obviously, there's a lot of people like that.
Yeah. I don't know if I talked about this on the podcast before or not, but remember I was telling you, like, I like matched certain things with like certain numbers and all that stuff.
Yeah, you said that you were matching pictures to numbers, and
No,
again,
it's colors. Like
oh,
Uno.
colors.
I imagine it like Uno. Like 7 and 5 are like blue. Like 4 is like red, you know?
Yeah,
Like that stuff.
that's cool if that works for you.
Yeah.
That doesn't work for me.
I don't know why. It just like, if I see a number, I just like randomly think of that. I don't know.
So, what else did you have on your question list?
Um. Um. Okay. Another one was different friend groups or like
Okay.
hangout groups.
Okay.
So like, I don't know. Like I don't know. I'm like trying to like figure out what I'm going with this. I'm just like thinking of questions, like writing them down. You know?
Well, how about I just talk then
No, because
about that?
Wait. Okay.
I'm waiting.
So like different friend groups. You know, like certain ones, like which ones you were at, or if you like had multiple. You know, like that stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of what I assumed you
Oh,
meant.
okay.
So I was what I would call a floater
That's me.
for sure. But
I have one. I'm just like more of a floater.
I'll be even deeper honest, and I'll say that when I was younger, I had lower self-esteem. So I never felt like I really belonged to any group. And I was afraid to be a part of any group at the same time. So it was like a very difficult time for me because it's like I didn't know where I was at.
Yeah.
And it was kind of it's a weird thing. And I say that openly because I know I'm not the only person that's ever felt like that or experienced that. And I was traditionally loud and shy at the same time. So it's a very complicated situation.
That's like sort of like me, but like not really at the same time, you know?
Yeah, well, I hope not, because I'm hoping that my things that held me back aren't things that hold you back. Right? That's my
And
goal.
now you always try to get me out there, make sure I'm like with everybody, you know?
Well, it's not that I want you to.
No, I'm saying like a good thing. I'm saying like a good thing.
Yeah, it's not like I'm trying to encourage you to have a million friends, and
Hey,
because
I like having a billion friends.
it's good to have friends, but I just don't. I just want you to be true to yourself,
Yeah.
right? Like, don't just. It's not like Facebook out there, Instagram, or
I
TikTok where
am
you
true to
have.
myself. You've seen how I act.
Yeah, she's very much true to herself. So to go back to your question though, I did have a lot of friends. Um, I did hang out with a lot of different people, but it was also a more difficult time for me where I was trying to figure out, I guess, what was going on.
What type of like groups were there?
I think the groups really start to form more in high school than in grade
Mm,
school.
yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah.
you have groups now, but they're just like of certain friends, but not of really any reason.
Sometimes they rotate.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. There's no real reason. So when you get into high school though, there's definitely going to be groups.
It's like a bigger school, so
Yeah, but
right?
it's more when you're in high school, you start to understand things a little bit differently. You start to dress differently. You things are different.
I won't. Hopefully, I won't have to dress differently. Hopefully, I'm in uniform, praying.
Things are just different, but you start to understand the world a little bit differently about who you are.
Hmm.
You start to become more of a self of identity. So what I'm saying is that you're going to start to see groups that are attached to that identity. You're going to have
Yeah.
those popular kids, just like in the movies.
Yeah.
You're going to have the jocks, right? The sports. You're going to have the smart kids. You're going to have the goofy
Like the
kids.
dumb sports people that are like, huh?
Some of them might be. Not all of them are, but some of them might be. But I'm just saying, like, you're going to start to see these like groups of people, right? Now, lucky for me, in high school, I also hung out with a ton of different people. And I always loved that. But I think that because growing up in my neighborhood when I was a kid, I've told you this
Hmm.
story a million times, I hung out with literally everybody.
Yeah.
Every race I grew up with in my neighborhood.
Hmm.
So I got to experience all types of culture from a very young age.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed hanging out with everybody and seeing things from different perspectives. And that's what made things fun for me. I would go hang out with the preppy kids and I would go hang out with these kids and those kids and whatever. It didn't matter to me. I was just looking at the people. But there
Yeah.
was a lot of breaking up into categories or groups when you get in high school.
Yeah. For high school, were you scared or like? I know it was like a long, long time ago,
Whatever.
but like, what were your thoughts like when you were about to go into high school? You know?
I was nervous. I was definitely nervous because it's a big deal, that transition. And I felt like there's a lot of pressure going into high school. Like,
I feel like I'm excited, but I don't know. I just don't know how to feel. But I
yeah,
have a whole year to go still.
and that's normal. But I mean, like, by the time you get into high school, you're gonna be what? You'll be going on 14,
Yeah.
right? So it'll be your second year as a teenager. Hopefully, you're not a complete brat. It's possible. What's that look?
What's your look?
What's that look?
What's your problem? Want to fight?
I do.
Let's go.
Can we do it after Can we schedule this?
Run the fade.
I don't know what that means. Like a
Run.
haircut? You want a haircut? Like a fade? Like a zero or a half
Yeah.
on the sides?
I want a low taper fade. I want a 16 guard buzz.
What is that?
You don't know what that is?
I have no idea what that is.
I don't know. I think it's like a long buzz. I don't know.
16. So a guard is the thing that goes over the clippers.
Yeah.
And the 16 is the number. So it's got to be like super high.
Yeah.
So it's like barely, it's like a lot of hair still?
Yeah, but it's like a buzz.
Huh. 16. Where do you hear that?
I don't know. Like on social media.
What else you got?
I'm like, it's not something I wrote down, but I know it's like not that hard traditioning, like traditioning.
Traditioning.
You messed up too.
I did
Don't
that
make me
on.
come at
I
you
did
for
it on purpose.
Okay. But like I know it's like not that big of a difference, like transitioning and to like from like 7th to 8th because
Okay.
like not that big of a deal.
Uh-huh.
But like, how did you feel?
I remember you had said before that you enjoyed or you're looking forward to 8th grade because you're the big dog on campus.
Yeah.
And I think there is a lot to that.
Yeah.
I think that you are, you're on top of the school now.
You know what I'm scared for?
What are you actually scared for?
Like, it's not really 8th grade, but I'm just scared for like when we go to high school
Yeah.
and then everything. Whoa.
You are scared. Look at you stuttering and everything.
Everybody just like parts, you know? They go their own ways. I'm scared for that.
You're afraid of losing your friends.
Yes. Because in 8th grade or like in like these grades, you have to be friends. You know, you have to. According to the teachers, you got to be friends. You have to like each other. But I do like everybody in my class. Like no matter how much like I have beef with them or I don't seem like I like them, it's gonna be hard. I'm gonna be so scared for like the 8th grade graduating and stuff.
I think what's gonna happen for you guys, and I'd be very surprised.
I will be bawling my eyes out.
You're gonna still hang out with a lot of your friends.
But not all of them.
Hopefully a lot of them, you guys all go to the same school. And for those that don't, again, we've talked about this before, you have social media, you can still hang out. Like, it's not difficult to stay in touch.
But I'm just like scared because what if it happens?
So you probably will.
I know.
Lose some friends.
That's what I'm scared for.
But you will also gain a lot more friends.
I don't want friends.
No new friends?
Friends are scary.
Yeah, I think that will happen. So kids out there, if you're listening and you're around my daughter's age, she's going into the 8th grade or you're thinking about high school, yeah, it's very possible that you could lose a few friends. Now, make sure that the ones that you may lose touch with, you don't.
Yeah.
You guys now have the capacity with cell phones and social media to stay as close as you want.
You know what I'm really sad about?
And you guys can even check each other's locations.
Yeah, I stalk. When I was little and I first came to the school I'm at now, in kindergarten, my first best friend, like, I have no idea where she's at. I've looked her up on social media. She's not there.
She disappeared.
Yes, literally. And I'm so sad because I looked in the yearbook. I found her first and last name. Where are you? You were like my best friend, like my first friend.
Dude, you cannot talk.
What time is it? It's late.
It's 10:55. We always do these late at night.
I know. This is what happens.
But we're doing it on a Wednesday today.
Yeah.
Which means I don't have to stay up all night editing.
Yeah. But, like, she was my first friend at my school. Like.
You still haven't found her?
No. Like, why are you just, like, leaving me? Like, just, like, what the heck?
All right. We're going to have to talk about that. We're going to have to go on a mission to find her.
I've tried.
Yeah. You know what? If you can't find her.
Imagine how you're going to find her.
Well, I have parents in my corner.
But, like.
I can use parents. You are a stalker, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. Okay, next thingy, so we don't bore these people.
You got more?
Yeah.
Okay. It's kind of cool. I'm getting interviewed by you.
Yeah, and you barely know. Oh, there's more? Yes, there's more.
I don't know anything.
Okay. So, like, how different things were, like, when you were a kid and, like, how they are now today. I was, like, kind of going off the idea when you told me that, like, the playgrounds and stuff and, like, all that stuff, you know?
So, I remember the first thing, yeah, that's exactly what it was. The first thing that comes to mind, and I'm sure for a lot of people my age, is the playgrounds. I grew up on these literally screeching hot playgrounds. The playgrounds were made out of like straight up metal. They were and they weren't like color the way they are now. It was just straight raw metal. And it would get so hot. And you'd go down the slide and your skin would touch it and it would like stick. Like, and you'd be like trying to slide down the slide and you couldn't. It was like your body was literally sticking to the metal as you're trying to go down.
Ouch.
Yeah, it hurt. It didn't stop us, but it hurt.
You know, I never learned the monkey bars. Don't come at me, please.
You didn't?
No.
Were you just too afraid to do it?
Both, because I did it one time. I think I fell. And I was like, no, it's just going to continue to happen.
That was it? You just gave up?
Yeah. Because I was tiny. And I think it was like in kindergarten maybe. And we like had to do it, you know. And everybody went across. And I'm pretty sure like I fell. Well, not everybody went across. Like they made it. But I was like, man, I'm not doing this ever again.
That was it. You
Yeah.
stood your ground.
Yeah, that's the last time I ever did it, man.
Yeah, so I remember
I
that.
wish I learned though.
I tell you all the time that, you know, you got to try things because,
I don't know how to ride a bike either.
man, the look on her face when she just said that. She does not know how to ride a bike. And I have tried
Hey, I know a lot of people that don't know how to either.
and tried. I still want you to ride a bike. I have a bike
I want my training wheels back on.
that Uncle Dave gave you.
I want my training wheels
He gave
back.
you that bike. It's a beautiful bike in the backyard.
Yes, I pull up to my friend's house, hop him out.
Are you willing to try it?
I don't want to die.
But are you willing to try it?
In the backyard where nobody can see me.
That's fine.
Cause I'm like, why is that like this teenage girl on a bike
Think about it
with
though,
her
because
dad
like when Penny,
using training wheels?
when I'm not putting training wheels on it.
No.
When Penny starts to learn how to ride a bike, you don't want to be able to take her?
She can teach me.
I mean, she is a wild child.
Yeah.
For sure. We went swimming the other day.
She like, it's so funny. She thought she was jumping in.
She saw these kids jumping into the pool. And then she's like, Papi, stairs. So I take her to the stairs. And then all of a sudden, she almost jumped and hit her head on the bar. You know, there's like a bar, a handrail at in the middle of the staircase. And I literally like grabbed her milliseconds before she hit the pole. And your mom and I
Did she get scared?
No,
Penny?
she didn't. Your mom and I were terrified.
Yeah.
Because we were like, did you see that? We both had that you know,
Yeah, that look.
communication without talking. Yeah, that. We
The
had
wide
that.
eyes.
Yeah, the wide eyes. And we're like, whoa, what just happened? And then we figured out that, I go, Penny, were you trying to jump? She goes, yeah. And I'm seeing all these kids jumping off of the pool. And I realize that she's trying to be like them. So I say, Penny, you want to jump? And she goes, yeah. I said, okay, mama, jump. So she doesn't jump.
She like walks.
She walks. She like walks the plank.
She like walks in her fast paced.
And then I grab her and I lift her up and then back down into the pool to give that jumping motion.
Yeah.
So then we graduated from the staircase to the edge of the pool, right?
Yeah, that was cute.
And then she would just keep walking into the pool over and over again.
It was funny that day. Me and my friend, we were playing like, I don't know what it's called, but like the color game. And it was like one of us has a color in our head, right? And the other person has to guess it. And if you guess it wrong, it's like dunk yourself, right? Or like somebody holds you and dunks you, right? But like I didn't want to carry each other, you know? So we just dunked ourselves. And it was so funny. We just like fall backwards. It'd be so funny.
So you're talking about like what it was like for me, right?
Yeah. Back in your day.
Back in my day.
Back in my day.
Did you play MASH?
Potatoes.
You didn't play MASH? Oh man, that's wild. I know for a fact people of my age are having the exact same reaction right now. MASH is where you would write something down, and I don't even remember what they were. People, if you remember this game, remind me. But I just know that you would write MASH and the letter stood for something, and then you would do a spiral, and then the person would tell you to stop. And then you would count the lines of the spiral. Oh, man, it's been so long. And it was like Shack, House. I don't know. It was a game that we played. This rings no bells?
No.
Wow. Man, I really wish I can give you the details. I'm so ill-prepared for this because I wasn't expecting it.
You know, sorry.
Go ahead.
Me and my friend, or I don't like playing the games, but I like watching them. My friend, she'll like, during lunch is like, are the little kids recess time?
Uh-huh.
So after she's done eating, she'll go play with the little kids, and it's so funny.
The little kids are fun to play with.
I know, but she'll just like randomly join in, and she does it all the time. It's so funny. And I'll be on the side cheering her on. Go, yeah.
So we
Beat
played
them.
MASH. We played, you do this one, the catcher. You know the thing with like the 4 triangles in your hand, and you open and close it,
like the
and you
fortune
count
thingy?
the numbers. Yeah.
I have one of those. I found it when I was like cleaning my room in the process.
Uh-huh.
I found one of those. I was like, oh, I love those.
Yeah. So we did those all the time.
It was so random. Mine was like from like 4th grade.
We did binders.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a clear cover binder. It was like clear plastic on the front, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we would put like pictures and stuff inside there and stickers. You guys don't do that either, do you?
Yeah, we do. With our
You get-
binders?
Yeah. Do you do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we
We
do
decorate
that.
them.
Yeah, you decorate them basically.
I don't. Mine just has like my school awards and stuff. But I did decorate at one point, and it was cute. On the back, I have my home memory thingy.
Yeah, we used to just put all kinds of stuff in there. all kinds of pictures, and stickers was a big one. And I see you kids actually do what we did with our binders on the back of your cell phones.
Like put little pictures and stuff.
Little pictures and little
Yeah.
things. And that's the back of your guys' cell phones are what our binders used to look like back in the day.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good way to put it.
My friend, she like decorates hers. It looks so cute. It's not like it's like adorable, like that vibe, like the cute little designs, you know? It's cute. I don't know how to explain it, like without making it sound rude, because it's not rude in any way at all, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know. She like just like draws things and it looks so pretty, and she has like little poems and like little pictures of like
It's
music
very
thingies.
aesthetic.
Yeah, and I just
It's
love
very,
it.
what is it, demure?
No, don't say that ever
I don't
again.
know what that means, but it's very demure.
Don't do that.
Here's a memory from when I was a kid. I remember that me and my friends, we made this like makeshift jump, like a ramp for our bikes. And none of us were wearing helmets or anything like that. And we would just be playing in front of my friend's house on our bikes. And a cop comes up and pulls over, and they're on the corner watching us. And we all kind of panicked.
Yeah, that's a valid reason too. You know, there's just like a cop right there.
We can get in trouble for not wearing a helmet.
Really?
Or, yeah, like back.
I get arrested?
We don't know. We were kids. We just thought we were going to get in trouble. We didn't know what it was, but we thought we were going to get in trouble. So we were like, well, they didn't say anything yet, so we're going to keep going. So we kept jumping, and they were just watching us. They were just hanging out, probably waiting for a call or whatever. So they were just chilling and hanging out with us, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah. One time during like basketball season a couple years ago, we're like so off topic. We're just like talking.
That's what we do.
Yeah. Some kid pulled a fire alarm. Long story. You know? Remember?
Yeah, I remember.
When the fire department came, it was like during mid basketball practice, you know? And what are they called? The fire people? What are they called?
Yeah, the fire department, the fire trucks and everybody rolled out.
No, the people.
Firefighters?
Yeah, thank you. The firefighters were playing basketball, and it was so cool.
Yeah, they did hang out and start playing basketball.
Yeah.
And we do trunk or treat.
Oh, that was cool too.
And they came out with their fire truck, and they handed out a bunch of pumpkins.
Yeah, it was cool but the basketball thingy was cooler, man. That was cool because they were like shooting a bunch of threes. We'd rebound. It was funny.
Yeah, that was unexpected.
It was like, you can shoot?
Yeah, shout out to our those are called first responders. So the police, paramedics, fire department, any of those guys that are the first to arrive on the scene are first responders. So shout out to our first responders.
Yeah. That was a fun day. I'll never forget that. It was so fun. And we were like, wait, don't leave. That was so fun.
So do you have more?
I'm
looking at our clock right now. We're at 43 minutes.
Yeah, okay. Then I have like one more to wrap it up, I guess.
Okay. And I'll push through the other ones that I had.
Okay, sorry.
You're fine. This is good. I love that Gigi's doing most of the talking, because when I go back and I listen to these or do the edits, I just noticed that I do most of the talking. So
another one was like, so me and my teacher, because I do like this tutoring, right? And guys, I swear I'm not that dumb. Just because it's for 8th grade preparing me. Relax, guys.
Tutoring is okay. It's okay to be tutored. It's okay to get better.
Yeah, trust me, guys. It is. I broke down in tears because I don't want to do tutoring.
Yeah, she was dead set against being tutored or having a tutor because she felt like it was a personal attack on her intelligence. But I remind her.
I was like bawling my eyes. Like I was like yelling. Like I wasn't yelling. I was like crying. And I was like,
she was very upset. But remember, the greatest athletes in the world all still have a coach.
Yeah.
There's no reason that she can't continue to get better.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. If your parents are telling you that you should get a tutor or encouraging you to get a tutor or just trying to help you get better,
don't fight back. It's embarrassing, man.
Number one, you're not going to win because they're going to do what's right for you.
No, I could have won, but then I realized I needed the help.
No, you would have lost in the end, for sure.
Yeah, technically I would have lost because it didn't help me at all. I mean...
What?
I mean, I wouldn't help myself.
Right.
Not doing tutoring.
Right.
Okay, but my teacher was telling us, because we have like little breaks, right? And he was telling us how like back in like a long time ago, like 1915, how there was like a bunch of strict rules for the teachers, and I have a picture of it right here, right?
What is that? Picture of what?
It's like a script, like rules for teachers, and it's like a whole list.
Where'd you get that picture from?
My teacher.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's 12 rules. I'll just make them short though.
Another reason we need a camera. Just pick like 3.
I'll just go through them fast, or just look at them.
12's a lot. Just do like 3.
But they're really short though. They're short. They're tiny. They're just like big letters. Okay, so basically back in that time it was like mostly like women teachers, you know. So one of them was like, you will not marry during the term of your contract. You are not to keep company with men. And a bunch of these rules are like, you can't like do a lot of things with men because like basically you can't get married. Like you can't be in a car with them. You can't,
Can't
hang
be in
out
a
with.
car with them?
Yeah, that's the. I don't know, but it said that somewhere. And
I'll
it
tell
was
you
like,
what, here's what we'll do. We're going to add that to our social media post,
yeah.
and we'll use that as one of the things we'll do a clip
Uh-huh.
about one of the things that you're talking about right now,
Yeah.
and we'll put that picture behind it.
Okay. But can I just say some more?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Most of them are about like, okay, so you may not loiter downtown in ice cream stores.
You mean at what?
Loiter downtown.
Which means hang out. You cannot hang out where?
In ice cream stores.
Shut up.
What is that?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that like something or just like...
I think it's ice cream stores.
What the heck?
I think it's like code for something.
Maybe.
I don't think so.
You must be home between the hours of 8 p.m. and 6 a.m. unless attending a school function.
That's crazy that a job can even like
Be
tell you
out of school too. Like that's
how
crazy.
to live your life in general.
Yeah, you may not ride in. Yeah, you may not ride in a carriage or automobile with any man unless he is your father or brother. Like,
Bruh,
dang.
did you say carriage?
Yeah. You may not smoke cigarettes. That's kind of valid, though, you know.
I mean, I don't think anybody
That's just
should
a
smoke
novelty,
cigarettes, but yeah.
You may not dress in bright colors. Like,
Wow.
might as well just be a black and white picture. Like, what the heck?
That's crazy.
You may, under no circumstances, dye your hair.
No circumstances.
You must wear at least 2 petticoats.
Petticoats? I think that's a jacket.
Yeah. Your
2.
dresses must not be any shorter than 2 inches above the ankle. That's valid.
Wait, 2 inches above the ankle.
Oh.
The ankle, dude, all the way down to your feet.
Yeah. And the last one is to keep the schoolroom neat and clean, you must sweep the floor at least once daily, scrub the floor at least once a week with hot, soapy water, and clean the backboards at least once a day, and start the fire at 7 a.m. so the room will be warm by 8 p.m.
Start the
8 a.m.
fire.
I mean.
That's crazy.
If I said 7 p.m., I meant 8 a.m.
So, okay, those are just
Wait.
like housekeeping rules.
What did I just say?
I think we understand that they have to have the place cleaned at least once a week, including starting a fire by a certain time every day. That way the classroom is warm for
From
the kids.
7 a.m. to 8 a.m.
So I'm not totally opposed to that one. It sounds pretty strict, but I mean, it's good housekeeping.
Yeah, and there's like a picture of like a bunch of rules, like class rules, but they're kind of blurry. And it's like, do not talk unless called upon.
I mean, I don't think you're going to get any teacher or parent that's going to push back on saying that you kids talk too much. Your class specifically talks way too much.
Definitely. Why wouldn't we, you know? Like, what else are we supposed to do?
All right, we got like 10 minutes left.
Okay, now it's on you.
But real quick, good job.
For all my stuttering, thank you.
That was great, and I look forward to more of this.
So
So I'm going to speed through mine really quick, okay?
Hopefully, I'm not stuttering.
Can you please stop yawning? Man, that's like...
No, it's... I don't know what time it is.
It's almost 11 o'clock, if it's not already 11. Let's see. 11:11. Oh, make a wish. All right, guys. Sorry, we had to pause.
Done. Say done.
Done. We do that. When the numbers align, we pause to make a wish, and then we always announce done. So one of the things that I want to talk about briefly is I had a snafu. A funny thing happened to me on Fiverr. If you're not familiar with Fiverr, Fiverr is it's an online place you can go for freelancers to get specific jobs done that you don't know how to get done yourself. You don't want to hire anybody for it. So you go on Fiverr and say, hey, I want you to make me a logo. I want you to design me a shirt. Gigi's got all these crazy faces. I want you to create a brochure for me for advertising purposes. And I've never, ever had a bad experience on Fiverr. I think it's a great service. And it's from people all over the world. Our outro song that we use was actually done on Fiverr. And I think she did a great job for a really good price.
Yeah, she's the best.
So that's pretty cool. So I
love it.
We did that on Fiverr. So Fiverr, if you're not familiar with it, check it out. Very cool. If you're curious about who for recommendations, I've done a bunch of random things. So I can at least let you know what I've done. But I did have an experience, and the guy did his best. I was just shocked that he was even willing to send me this picture. It's posted.
That sounds mean.
Well, I'm not trying to be mean, but it looks really bad. I mean, it just does. I posted it on our social medias on Instagram. I'm not sure if it's on TikTok, but I'm trying to get better at TikTok. But it's definitely posted to our socials
TikTok, click clack.
on on Instagram. And it's like he took our picture, and how would you even describe it, babe?
Let me look at the picture just to like give you like a fresh thought.
I mean, it was bad. It was like really bad.
I'm sorry, but yeah.
And it wasn't cheap either. I thought, by spending money,
it'd be worth it.
It would be worth it. Yeah, you get what you pay for type situation. He did use some other cool fonts.
Where did you send it?
We did make some other revisions. It's under Instagram, under the HWGA, I think it is, _podcast. Here we go again, podcast. Okay. But it just was not good. So if you want to see something silly, check it out on our socials. I still highly recommend Fiverr, and I don't even blame dude. It was out of his comfort zone, and I agreed that I'd give him a shot, so it's all good. He did come back with some pretty cool ones.
My dad has no eyebrows. His hat looks like a...
Penny's hair, though.
Yeah, and her teeth are like, they look jacked up.
It's really bad.
She has like gremlin hair. Like, it's like... It looks like a piece of her hair fell off and just put it back on top of her hair.
Yeah, it's not good.
And
it's not good.
I don't like her face. And my eyebrows are extra thick.
So
they looked good in that picture too.
Huh? Oh, in that picture, yeah.
I'm not done yet. My hairline is like, there's like a slice in it. I don't know. There's
I posted that picture and Gigi immediately sent me a message saying I look like a man.
Yeah.
She didn't read the whole caption though. She just saw the picture and flipped out. Like, no, I'm not changing the logo to that. And I probably won't change the logo. I got a lot of pushback. I just thought maybe it wasn't right, but apparently it's good. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, if the logo's any good or not. That being said, I'm probably going to... She's still looking at the picture, making all kinds of faces.
I like the one we have now. I think it's cute.
Yeah, I think it's gonna stay. There might be some very subtle changes, but not much. And I think I'm gonna have some shirts made. What do you think?
Shirts? Like, do you mean like little logo right here? Like right here?
Like on the front or the back? I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking about having a shirt made though.
Yeah.
So I was thinking we can have a couple shirts made. We can put the QR code on them.
That'd be cool.
Right, and it can direct people to our website. We do have a website, guys.
I've seen thingies, and it's like there's a QR code on the back of their shirts.
Yeah, shout out to Missy, because Missy actually gave me that idea.
Oh, yeah. But when you like go on the link thing, you need to scan it. It's like the middle finger or like something bad.
Oh, yeah, ours won't do that. But our website's going to be hwgapodcast.com. It's where it's currently at today.
Or will it?
No, it's there. Oh, the middle finger. I'm not doing that.
It's going to be a picture of Penny doing it.
No.
You're disliked.
No.
You know, when Penny was little, she used to do the middle finger.
So I wanted to...
I'm not even joking.
Did you teach her that?
No, but she learned it, and then I just started doing it, like teaching her her fingers, like bending
You
them.
poses her fingers that way, didn't you?
Yeah.
Terrible person.
Thank you.
So yeah, I want to get a shirt made with the QR code on it, so it'll direct you to the website.
That'd be cute.
And if we do it, I'm probably going to do a giveaway and hand a few out or send a few out. Maybe we got some listeners out there that are further away than us, and I can mail a few shirts out.
Literally, our only listeners are my
millions
friends.
And millions of them.
And I have millions and millions and millions of friends.
I don't know. It's just a cool idea. So let me know what you guys think about that if you're interested. So the logo is going to stay the same. The website's going to stay the same. I'll work on a shirt design. The other thing that I want to talk about was, and we don't have a lot of time, but scams on the internet.
Your scam.
It's something that I hate so much because especially our senior citizens get scammed all the time, and it drives me crazy.
I'm a senior citizen.
You act like a senior citizen.
You look like one.
I do look like a senior citizen. I feel like one. I'll tell you that much. I was on a roof on a house today, and I was like, man, I'm getting old. Did not feel good.
You are old.
Whatever.
Maybe you're just like realizing it now.
But so a couple tips if you are one of those that likes to buy things online, but you're not sure if it's a real site or not.
Is Shein a good app to use?
Is Shein? Yeah, I think so. I think
I've heard it's really good. I just never bought
I
anything.
think there's a lot of controversy around Shein. Again, I'm not big on Shein and that type of stuff, but I know a lot of people that have bought stuff from there.
I want to do TikTok shop. I have like over like 40 things in my cart. Over. Like that's a lot.
So here are some ways real quick to spot if it is the genuine website. Number one, look at the actual URL. The URL is the web address, the www.whatever.com. If it looks like it's slightly off by just a little bit,
trust your gut.
It's exactly, trust your gut. It's because it is.
Yeah.
Number two, check the pictures. If the pictures look funny, they don't look like the actual
blurry,
store, blurry.
Like a screenshot type of
Yeah, if
thing.
they don't look like professional photos, double check it.
Yeah.
Number three, and the most obvious in my opinion, if it's too good to be true,
it's like not good.
It probably is, right? So Nana used to always say, if it looks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, if it walks like a duck, then what is it?
A duck.
It's a duck. So don't fool yourself into thinking it's something else.
Yeah.
And then the last thing that I noticed for the site that got Nana, unfortunately. Sorry, Mom, I'm not trying to air your business, but this happened. And thank God for PayPal. We were able to get her money back. But everything looked like it was this store until she got to the final point of purchase. And she did take screenshots. And I was able to look it up for the payment that she made. But it was a totally different name that she was paying.
What do you mean?
So it's like the store was JCPenney.
Yeah.
But the website was like JCPenney Online. So number one,
I would have fell for that.
It looks like it, but it's not.
Yeah.
Number two, the pictures were not high quality pictures of the store, but they were of the products. So they're little things that you have to look out for. Number three, when she went to the checkout to the store, it didn't say you're making a payment to JCPenney.
I sent it to that website.
It set it to Keyring LLC or something like that.
Yeah, that's obviously not it.
Right? And all the stuff was coming from China. Like JCPenney is local.
Didn't one of Penny's toys come from China and it was like playing like this?
Oh yeah,
it was like,
we bought something from Amazon. I think it was Amazon, and it was some type of toy, and it played music.
Bro, it was like creepy.
It was another toy that Nana bought actually.
Yeah.
And the songs that were playing and were like in Japanese.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of cool. I mean, I thought it was funny because it's like, what are you gonna do?
Or I think it was like someone who didn't speak English and they were trying to sing it or something like that.
I think one of the songs was like that. It was like a karaoke. They
and
recorded
I was like,
it through.
oh, okay. Yeah, you go off, Queen.
Go off, Queen.
I like saying that. People told me that, so now I start saying it.
I think I've said that to you before,
You
joking
did.
around. Yeah. Well, I think we're at an hour.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think we did it. What do you think?
I can't even think. I'm so tired.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, you stayed up all night the night before.
Hmm.
Huh?
When?
Just was it last? No, not last night. The night before. When Milani stayed over.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. It's like
Didn't you guys fall asleep making slime?
I fell asleep making slime.
And then what happened with the slime while you were falling asleep?
It was like on my chest, and I was like playing with it, like just like laying down. And then I like fell asleep, and I was like, "Wake up, wake up, wake up! It's gonna fall on you." And I was like, "Oh, thanks."
You guys were like delirious to the point where you woke up or falling asleep.
I was. Milani was like locked in making the slime.
She was locked in.
Yeah.
Do you remember the other day you said? I thought you had said walked in.
Yeah, I remember that.
On the
was
podcast. Funny. You know what though? I think that's cool. I think you should do that.
What?
Like I'm gonna walk in. It's like I'm here.
That's just literally just the words. I'm gonna walk in.
Yeah.
Those are literally words.
Aren't all?
Stop it. Anyways isn't a word. Whoa isn't a real word.
Whoa? Whoa is a real word.
No.
WOAH?
I don't think that's a real word. And anyways isn't either.
And whoa was a song, by the way.
Then it's not a real word.
Yeah, she's cooked.
Uh-huh.
She looks like she's in pain right now. She's so tired.
I am. This chair. I want a beanbag.
You want a beanbag?
Yes.
We can't do a beanbag for a podcast though. It'll make too much noise.
You'll
It'll be all.
Fine, I'll end the floor next time.
Well, hopefully within the next few episodes we'll have a video up and going, because that sounds really fun to me.
Yeah, and
then
you
we
guys
can
can
show off
see
this
how
really
uncomfortable I am in this chair.
We can show off the really cool thing that Natalie and Mel got us. They gave us a sign that says,
Here we go again, a father-daughter podcast.
yeah, it's made out of cut steel. So that's pretty cool. Or some type of sheet metal.
You know,
With
if
the
you
LED back.
take the D and daughter and replace it with the L, it says laughter.
Yeah, I see that actually.
Because I thought it said laughter, and I looked at it, and it just hit me.
I want to hit you.
I'm going to fight you.
I'm going to fight you next.
Guys, we should put a poll and say, who do you think's going to win?
I'm going to win. Are you
You
kidding
or
me?
me?
No way. I'll put the poll up.
You should.
You better tell your friends.
Okay, I will.
Because we're going to fight.
But tell me when you're going to post it, and do it tomorrow morning, because I'm too tired.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. I think we're going to wrap it up. So we talked about Gigi's Corner today, which took me back to my roots in school. How to spot a scam online.
Took you far, far back.
Whatever. My Fiverr mishap. I think that's really it. And just a whole bunch of random things in between, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next week.
Good night, good morning, and good night. No, sorry. Good morning, good evening, and good night.
Bye.
Wait, are evening and night the same thing?
So if you're going to say it's going to be good morning,
Good afternoon, and good night.
good afternoon, and good evening or good night.
Okay, start that over, okay? Pretend you didn't hear that. Good morning, good evening. No.
Bruh, this is
No,
complicated.
I got this. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, or whoa.
Nope, we're done.
Yeah, no, good morning. No, good morning, good
Bye.
afternoon,
Bye.
good evening, or good night. Yes! Bye.